Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that's more relevant than ever, mindfulness. And we're going to explore it through a brilliant quote from none other than Albert Einstein. He said, "Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving." This isn't just a clever metaphor. It has a profound insight into how we can navigate our lives and even our businesses with more grace and success. Think about it. When you first learned to ride a bike, what happened when you stopped pedaling? You wobbled. You lost your balance, and you probably fell. But as long as you kept moving forward, applying gentle pressure to the pedals and making small adjustments to the handlebars, you could stay upright. Life is exactly the same. We are constantly faced with challenges, opportunities, and unexpected turns. If we freeze, if we get stuck in overthinking or fear, we lose our balance. We get overwhelmed by anxiety about the future or bogged down by regrets from the past. But if we keep moving, if we stay engaged with the present moment, we can maintain our equilibrium. This is the very essence of mindfulness. It's not about emptying your mind or floating away on a cloud. It's about being fully present and aware of where you are and what you're doing, without being overly reactive or overwhelmed by what's going on around you. It's about keeping your eyes on the road ahead while being aware of your own movements. Let's break down how this bicycle principle applies to our daily lives. Imagine you're facing a stressful situation at work or a difficult conversation with a loved one. The temptation might be to either avoid it completely, stopping the bike, or to rush into it with anger and anxiety, pedaling frantically without looking. Both approaches lead to a crash. Mindfulness offers a third way. It's about acknowledging the stress, feeling the emotions, but not letting them take over the handlebars. You take a deep breath. You feel your feet on the ground. You focus on the single next step you need to take. That's keeping moving. It's not about solving the entire problem at once. It's about making the one small, conscious pedal stroke that keeps you moving forward. This could be as simple as sending one email, making one phone call, or just saying, "I need a moment to think." Each small, mindful action is a pedal stroke that maintains your momentum and your balance. You're not stuck, and you're not spinning out of control. You're moving with intention. Now, let's shift gears and talk about how this powerful concept applies to the world of business. For any entrepreneur, leader, or team member, the business landscape is a constantly changing terrain. There are market shifts, new competitors, technological disruptions. It's a bumpy road. A business that stops moving is a business that becomes irrelevant. Think of companies that failed to adapt to new technology. They stopped pedaling, lost their balance, and were left behind. On the other hand, a business that moves too quickly without a clear direction, chasing every new trend without a strategy, is just as likely to crash. They're pedaling furiously but going nowhere, or worse, heading straight for a wall. This is where corporate mindfulness comes in. A mindful business, like a mindful cyclist, knows how to keep moving with purpose. It pays attention to the present moment, the current market data, customer feedback, and team morale. It doesn't get paralyzed by the fear of a potential recession, nor does it get carried away by irrational exuberance. Mindful leaders create a culture where people aren't afraid to make small adjustments. They encourage their teams to experiment, to learn from small failures, and to keep iterating. This is the keep moving principle in action. It's about continuous improvement, not about waiting for one giant, perfect breakthrough. It's the daily practice of checking in, adapting the strategy, and taking the next logical step forward. Think about product development. Instead of spending years building a perfect product in isolation, a mindful approach is to release a minimum viable product, gather real-world feedback, and then iterate. You're pedaling, getting feedback from the road, and adjusting your steering as you go. This keeps you balanced and moving in the right direction, the one your customers are actually on. So, how can we cultivate this skill? How do we become better cyclists in the journey of life and business? It starts with simple, practical habits. First, practice single tasking. When you're writing an email, just write the email. When you're in a meeting, be fully in that meeting. Don't try to pedal, check your phone, and drink coffee all at once. That's a recipe for a spill. Focusing on one thing at a time strengthens your mental muscles for presence and balance. Second, build in moments of pause. This might sound counterintuitive to keep moving, but even a cyclist has to slow down for a sharp turn. A mindful pause isn't about stopping, it's about gathering information before you proceed. Take a few deep breaths before a big presentation. Go for a short walk to clear your head. This isn't stopping your journey, it's ensuring you navigate the next part of it safely. Third, embrace the wobble. No one rides a bike perfectly. You will have moments of instability. You'll make mistakes. You'll get thrown off balance. The key is not to panic. Acknowledge the wobble, gently correct your course, and keep pedaling. In business, this means being open about challenges. In life, it means being kind to yourself when you stumble. Self-compassion is the shock absorber that makes the ride smoother. Einstein's wisdom is timeless. Life and business aren't about reaching a final destination where you can finally stop and rest. The journey itself is the point. The balance is found in the motion. By embracing mindfulness, we learn to pedal with awareness, steer with intention, and navigate the unpredictable road ahead with confidence and grace. We learn to stay balanced not by standing still, but by bravely and consciously moving forward, one pedal stroke at a time. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this gives you a new perspective on navigating your own journey. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content on living and working with intention. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. How do you keep your balance when the road gets bumpy? Until next time, keep moving.